AOC and Byron Donalds. So if you can pull this up. So here's AOC going against Tony Bobulinski, who did business with the Bidens. And look how she asks the question. And when she stops Tony from speaking, then watch what Byron shows at the end of his clip. You have to see this, folks. Yeah. Go ahead, Rob.
I have a quick question. Simple. Is it your testimony today that you personally witnessed President Joe Biden commit a crime?
I believe the fact that he was sitting with me while I was putting together a business
Did you
deal,
witness the president commit a crime? Is it your testimony today?
Yes.
And what crime have you witnessed?
How much time do I have to go through it?
It is simple. You name the crime. Did you watch him steal something?
Corruption statutes, RICO and conspiracy.
What is the crime, sir?
You
specifically.
You asked me to answer the question. I answered the question.
No.
RICO, you're obviously not familiar with.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Such an angry bartender.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
RICO is not a crime. It is a category. What is the
category of crimes that you're then charged?
You have charges.
A long 100.
You have charges. Sir, please
want me to name the exact statute under RICO?
Yes.
Well, it's funny. In this committee room, everyone's not here. There's over 18
all right, sir. I reclaim my
lawyers that went to law school.
I reclaim my time.
You guys
okay, thank you, sir. I reclaim my time. Clearly, what we are seeing here today is a continuation of the 15-month saga of the Republican majority lost in the desert. Impeachment 101.
Had to get to my speech.
The majority party or whomever is raising impeachment must accuse the president of a high crime.
That's what you guys did to. But go ahead and play the Byron Donald clip. Now watch this. Watch what he does. Okay,
I love it.
One by one, in the proper sequence of proof of checks, and then look at when Biden gets his check, what the date is. And look what he put in the description of why he got that money. Go ahead, Rob.
Now, to the money flow, because this is where the rubber meets the road. On August 3rd, they actually stipulate through WhatsApp text messages the exact stipulations of the deal. On August 4th, $100,000 is wired into Owasco PC from CEFC Infrastructure. Mr. Chairman, I want to submit for the record a portion of the bank statement for the time period August 3rd of 2017 to August 31, 2017, stipulating $100,000 going from CEFC into the bank account of Hunter Biden through Owasco PC.
With that objection, so ordered.
On August 8th, 4 days later, $5 million is then transferred from the Northern International Capital account of $5 million to Hudson West III. Hudson West III is a bank account controlled by Hunter Biden and Mr. Gong Wang, a.k.a. Kevin Dong, who was a CEFC associate. That money comes from the Northern International Capital bank account that is tied to the CCP. Mr. Chairman, I want to submit for the record the bank statement demonstrating that transfer.
Without objection, so ordered.
Okay, moving on. On August 8th, the same time period, there is a wire transfer of $400,000 to Owasco PC from the Hudson West III bank account. That $400,000, Mr. Chairman, I have the transfer records in the bank accounts from the August time period. I want to submit that for the record.
Without objection, so ordered.
Now, here's where the fun stuff comes in, everybody, and I got a minute to do it, so we're going to get this done. On August 14th, there is $150,000 that is transferred from Owasco PC, which is controlled by Hunter Biden, to Lion Hall Group, which is controlled by James Biden. I have the records here, Mr. Chairman, of the $150,000 that has gone to Lion Hall Group from Owasco PC. I want to submit that for the record.
Without objection, so ordered.
On August 28th, and I believe we have a screenshot for everybody in the room. On August 28th, Mr. Chairman, we have the withdrawal ticket from Lion Hall Group that is signed by Sarah Biden, who is the wife of Jim Biden, for $50,000 to withdraw from Lion Hall Group. I want to submit that withdrawal receipt for the record.
Without objection, so ordered.
Bingo.
On September 3rd,
Here we go.
on August 28th, actually, Mr. Chairman, we have the deposit reference into Sarah Jones Biden's account on the same day she withdrew it from Lion Hall. I want to submit
Without
that.
objection to order.
Last document.
Here we go.
On September 3rd, 2007, from Sarah Biden's own personal account, there is a check that is written to Joseph Robinette Biden, Jr., the President of the United States today, for $40,000, signed loan repayment. A loan repayment, by the way, that Joe Biden's own personal accountant, Mr. Eric Schwerin, has no record for.
Here we go.
I want to submit that for the record, Mr. Chairman.
Without objection to order.
To the members of the committee, it is clear that the source of this money came from CEFC, and that CEFC is a company that is directly linked to the CCP and actually the chairman of the CCP, the chairman of the Chinese Communist Party, Chairman Xi Jinping. With that, I yield.
Boom. So
That is just like bam. So
damning.
AOC wanted proof. He
That's
just
the
gave
proof.
it to you.
So here's my question, though, and I want to ask all you guys. So
Careful what you ask for.
Trump was impeached for a phone call that they thought they heard. No, there was no actual proof when they impeached him for the whole phone call for the Ukraine, Zelensky, whatever, right? Now that we have all this proof, it's black and white. How is he not getting impeached? Is it because they don't control the House and the Senate?
Yes.
Is that crazy? Doesn't that, like, here's the proof. He's guilty. He was doing shady deals with his son with China, and nothing's going to happen.
It's going to have to go to court, just
Guys,
like how
if
Trump
there
is
had
going to
been
court.
if there had been a red ripple, not a red wave, just a red ripple, there would be an impeachment.
Unbelievable, though.
There would be an impeachment. They would have the seats. Not a red wave, just a red ripple.
Like, do you see why
That's
people
a
have
big if,
lost
Tom.
all hope in the judicial system and this and Congress and like what the hell are we even talking about?
The Hunter Biden thing has just been so obvious from day one that something was not right there. First off, that he's selling art, that he's an artist. It's the easiest way to money launder, period, because it's subjective in how much it's worth. So if you think that someone in their right mind is paying $500,000 for a piece of shitty-ass art that Hunter Biden made in a day because they like his art and it has nothing to do with getting access,
I got to return
Adam
my
got to
art.
return that painting, Dave.
I
He
thought
had
this
two
was
of
going
them.
to double in value.
Adam, that's two of them. There's like crack cocaine on one of them.
That's why I bought it.
You're bad, dude.
Yeah.
That's
And
number
you're
one.
horrible
But number two, then he works
was
for
Picasso.
Burisma. He works, everyone knows this already, but he works for Burisma, a Ukrainian energy company, when he's a crackhead with no expertise in Ukrainian energy or anything else for 80, I think it's 80 grand a month.
Jeez.
And it's like, why the hell did he have that job? It has a little something to do with who his dad is. And do you remember that at the height of the craziness before Trump was impeached, when Don Trump Jr., remember it came out that he had lunch with a Russian on the Upper East Side?
Yeah.
And people were going bananas, and nothing came of it. And it's like, the double standard. But the thing is, we don't have a functioning enough system anymore for anything to happen so we all see it, but they can't get it through the Senate. The Congress is screwed. The courts are now, I don't want to say the courts are corrupt, but the courts are.
I'll say it for you. They're very corrupt.
The courts are, state courts for
States
sure.
are for sure.
State courts for sure. Although, do you see that the New York State Supreme Court, it's all black women now. So that's very exciting.
Great DI score.
Yeah,
That's
no,
the
it's
responsible
incredible.
thing to do.
Through diversity, equity, and inclusion, they got all black women, which is statistically
I don't want to be
impossible.
spoiler alert, but you know what's going to happen to Joe Biden? Absolutely nothing.
No, of course.
Exactly.
That's not going to, I mean, what it's going to happen. I mean, but what we can go down from there and filter down what we've just saw. Number one, Byron Donalds is an absolute beast. He's here in Florida. There's a reason that he's sort of risen up the ranks of the GOP because he's just a common sense dude. Forget about playing the culture wars, black, gay. This just a genuine good dude. There's a reason that he's being considered for potential VP for Trump. That's A. And you saw he just went fact. Proof, where you have AOC out there just going feeling.
She's a bartender.
I don't know who her boyfriend
She's a
is,
bartender.
but I would certainly prescribe her some vitamin D. I'll let you do the math on that. But the reality is Hunter Biden they're setting him up to be the fall guy. You know, he's whether it's the gun stuff, what's the tax evasion stuff, the crack cocaine, you know, now he's Blow Casso out here painting paintings. So nothing's going to happen to Biden. and Hunter's going to be the fall guy. We first learned about this guy, Tony Bobulinski. Remember, it was October of 2020 during the election. Hunter Biden, Tony Bobulinski. I remember we did the debate in Dallas at this point. Everyone's like, who the fuck is Bobulinski? Just crazy. 4 years later, he's still dealing with the exact same thing.
Hey, Adam, I just drew some concentric circles, kind of scribbles, and I wrote what I think of AOC. I'll sell this to you for $50,000 right now.
You have a deal, sir. I'm surprised you didn't charge $100,000. I overpaid.
I can't read what I said.
Wow, that's art. That's art. You should auction it.
Tax the rich, tax the bitch.
I can no longer remain in today's Democratic Party.
Tulsi Gabbard says she is no longer a Democrat. A potential Tulsi Gabbard VP.
Where we are being told that we just have to comply and go along with whatever they say. American people are smarter than this. However, we must remain vigilant to recognize their propaganda for what it is, pure lie. Unfortunately, we live in a time where free speech is under attack. Whatever they say goes, and we have to just follow. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology. Taking on Kamala Harris on a debate stage before, I would look forward to doing that again.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.